So you need to have somebody there between the hours of 10 and 2 if you want them to come in and set up your cable. 10 o'clock rolls around, 11 o'clock rolls around, 12 o'clock rolls around, 1 o'clock rolls around. I said, what in the world is going on with these? They wait till the last minute. And I said, they probably not gonna come. I could run out real quick and grab me something to eat. And the minute I left to go get me a little sandwich, the cable person showed up. And because I missed them coming then, I had to make a whole other appointment just to get them to come back and give me my cable. What does that have to do with what we're talking about right now? You can wait and wait and wait, and just when you think God is not going to show up, you opt to do something else. But God shows up on God's time, and we can miss that blessing that He has for us if we choose to decide that we are done waiting for God to act when He feels like it. You are on God's time. God is not on your time. And we miss that so often. Well, God, you haven't shown up yet, so I'm going to do it myself. And God, you haven't answered me yet, so I'm going to try this myself. And it sounds good. It sounds good. And some of those days, we might actually make some things happen for ourselves. We thought so, but the rope that you climb on your own is never as long and as strong as the blessings and the situations and the help out that God will provide you with. The thing about the devil is he was once an angel. And so the same things that we understand, he understands too. We quote the Bible all day. I'm pretty sure Satan can quote some scripture himself. I know some atheists who know all the words to Amazing Grace, but that doesn't make them saved. Knowing the words to a few songs doesn't make you saved. Being able to quote some scripture doesn't get you into heaven. But when I was hungry, did you feed me? When I was naked, did you clothe me? When I was alone, did you visit me? When I was sick, did you comfort me? Are you making disciples? Are you operating in your call, or are you letting the fears that you have about what's on the other side keep you from walking into your blessing? I'm a big social media advocate, and one of my favorite little memes is there's a little girl who's standing right here with a tiny teddy bear, and she's looking up to Jesus, who's standing there, and he's saying to her, if you would just let that go, I have a bigger blessing for you. And behind his back, he's holding a bear that's about 3 times the size of the one that's in her hands. But instead of the girl letting go of the bear to receive her new blessing, she looks back up at him and says, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And what's so sad is, because she's too afraid to let go of what was, she will never know what could be. I'm asking you today, what are you holding on to? That a long time ago, God told you, if you would just let it go and trust me, I have a bigger blessing for you on the other side. And I'm not here to chastise you. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong for feeling the way you feel, because to tell the truth, I'm right there with you. My mother has been in and out of the hospital for about a year now. And I just keep saying, God, this doesn't make sense to me. She has been there for everybody, and she's done all of the things you could possibly do. She's so nice to people and so kind. How could you let this happen to her? How could you not see her through? How could you hurt us like this? And I struggle with that thing. But that battle was never mine to begin with. And for what it's worth, the battle isn't my mother's either. Because for every struggle that we have, God's struggle was that much greater. when he sat next to his son in a chair just like this. And he said, look down at this world that I've created. It's so dark. And it's so sad. They're lying to each other. They're killing each other. They hate each other. They don't acknowledge me for anything, and I created all of this. And his son is sitting there as he listens to his father saying, what am I going to do? And he looks up at him and says, Lord, send me. Lord, send me. And I'm pretty sure, and you've all seen this look on your parents' faces when they got to check you one time. You want me to what? Lord, send me. Because I see how much you're hurting. And the only way for them to get here is through me. That was the ultimate sacrifice. So nobody knows heartbreak like God. Nobody knows what it means to lose something that means so much to you like God. There is no circumstance that we have that God hasn't experienced. And every day that we forget about God and forget to acknowledge Him and thank Him, we put another lash in Christ's back. We poke another hole in His hands and in His feet. We press down on that crown of thorns that's in His head. He came for us. And we're still too afraid to operate in our call. He lost all the blood in His body. And sometimes God isn't even asking us to bleed. He's just asking us to go. If Christ can shed His blood, why can't you take 2 more steps? Why can't you give $1 more? Why can't you say one more thank you? Operate in your call. Let go of the fear and watch God take you, your family, your children's children, Ebenezer, Washington, D.C., the United States of America to a whole other place. Because there's somebody in here meant to change the world. That's the wrong statement. Everybody in here was meant to change the world. But it starts here. And it starts here. So what are you going to do different? It's not the darkness, but the light that most frightens us. But who are you not to be brilliant? Who are you not to be blessed? Who are you not to be favored? Ebenezer, you be blessed.